Hi, welcome to the Pinoy RN, a podcast that provides insight into a variety of subjects relevant to Pinoy nurses. Here's your host, Jerome Babate.
Yes, it's an honor and a privilege to be named as one of the top 50 BAME leaders on the near misses list here in the UK today, and this year as the Year of the Nurse and Midwife. You know, it's surprising that someone nominated me for this recognition. I was only doing my job as a Filipino nurse, worried about the high incidence of COVID-19 in our population and the high proportion of deaths. But very honored, as I said, so surprised and honored and elated at the same time. I'm the first and only Filipino nurse leader who was named on this list or for previous year's list. So what's so special about this? I actually wanted to dedicate this recognition and honor to my colleagues who lost their lives due to COVID-19, not only here in the UK, but actually around the world, and to their families. What's more important, Jerome, is that lessons from the first pandemic must be learned so that we will not have any more deaths due to COVID-19, not only again here in the UK, but across the world. Finally, Filipino nurses are taking a limelight, albeit in the middle of a pandemic. It's about time, really, that we take this limelight. We are the largest foreign nurses, not only in the UK and in the US, but also in the Middle East and in many countries in the world. So we must always be engaged nationally and internationally with different international organizations like the ICN and the World Health Organization to influence policy-making decisions which can affect our nurses of today and our nurses for the future. Yeah, so challenges facing Filipino nurses in the UK today, and especially challenges faced by many Filipino nurses across the globe. I think the first one will be, it's no surprise, the COVID-19 pandemic. We are still at risk of contracting it and dying from it compared to other nationalities, possibly due to many factors like biological factors, cultural factors, socioeconomic, and even occupational factors, amongst others. So there's also challenges with provision of who standard PPEs for the staff, and for some, their risk assessments are not being completed properly by their managers. So that's a big challenge for majority of our colleagues. That's why the Filipino Nurses Association is here to help and support them and act as an advocate for the Filipino nurses who are facing these challenges themselves. The second challenge would be for those who are new to the country in the UK, due to the healthcare system here, the NHS. Some of them, or majority of them, I would say, are not assertive enough of the right because they don't know the system. And again, that's why we're here as the association to support them. We have more than 3,000 members nationally with officers all over the UK and with regional directors for each country in the UK and all the regions of England. We are providing not only emotional support and pastoral care, but also pre-webinars so that they could be empowered to look after themselves and also to say something to their managers if they think something is wrong. We work closely with the Chief Nursing Officer, Ruth May, and her team at the NHS England and NHS Improvement, and with the different NHS trusts. And also we work close with some of the Labour MPs for Health and Immigration, and with the UK Parliament Equalities for Women Equalities and for Equalities and Women's Committee. If I could just say, Jerome, and invite your listeners, we are launching our Philippine Nurses Association UK in November 10. It will be 1 o'clock UK time, so it will be 11 p.m. Australia time, unfortunately. We've got great speakers lined up, so please join us if you can. The third challenge will be race discrimination, I believe, in the workplace. The Workforce Racial Equality Standards data has consistently showed year and year on for the last 5 years that if you are a Filipino or a Black and Asian minority ethnic staff, You are likely to be disciplined compared to your white counterparts. You are likely not to be promoted, shortlisted for higher positions. You are most likely going to be bullied and harassed by your white leaders and managers and colleagues, and you are most likely uh, unable to be sent to continue professional development course outside of your employer. So again, that's why European Nurses Association UK is here to help and support our colleagues faced with these challenges and circumstances. We also work closely with the Chief Nursing Officer for England, Black and Asian Minority Ethnic Strategic Advisory Group. I've been a member of this very powerful national group since 2012 and was the only member, Filipino member, since recently when I encouraged some of my Filipino colleagues to also join this national group so we can influence policy making and also decision making at a national level. We also work closely with the Workforce Racial Equality team of Yvonne Coghill and Dr. Nakvi, both national and regional teams, to be able to influence again the challenges that the Filipinos are facing, not only in the workplace but also in their social lives. Another challenge, and this is a big challenge actually, amongst Filipino associations, there are more than 220 in the UK local associations registered with the Philippine Embassy in London and also with the Charities Commission. So I think the main challenge is to try and unite all of these local associations. That might not be possible. I am aware of that, but that's why we at the Filipino Nurses Association, which is the National Association for Nurses, Filipino nurses in the UK, is trying our best to really unite all these local associations because I strongly believe that we are stronger together. So personally, the key lesson for me from this pandemic is that I believe humanity can come together when faced with such unprecedented and unprecedented pandemic, like the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, it's a powerful enemy. We cannot see this virus, and it has already claimed more than 1 million lives worldwide. So I believe that everyone has stepped up, not only those in the health care and social care sector, but across the different governments in the world. And they work very hard to our look after our people, you know, and also for those who are working in the health and social sector, to look after patients and residents and their families very well and each other. Humanity came together, united, to really fight this virus. And there are so many great examples of what people can do, you know, faced with this uncertain time.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Pinoy RN. Thanks for listening, and thank you to our guest for joining me today. Join us again next time when we talk about Filipino nurses and nursing. Make sure you subscribe to the Pinoy RN podcast on YouTube so you never miss an episode. Also follow us on Facebook at Pinoy RN Podcast. Special thanks to our event partners, Beta Nu Delta Nursing Society, Filipino Nursing Diaspora Network, Nursing for Humanity.